right, season 7.
All right, let's move on to season 7.
Yeah.
One of the best
Yes, I did,
ones.
Richie.
I'm going to start off with Richie. Richie, I didn't pick you in season 3 because it was just Darius domination, but this season is yours. I mean, Richie. I'm still, like, think about this day sometimes where we just see, like, you pulling off impossible things. I remember time and time throughout the season looking at Christian like, what the fuck is going on? There's my F-bomb for the night.
No, we said it.
Yeah.
We would say it, look at each other, and be like, even Vid, because when Vid went out, we were all sitting in a circle going, what the hell is going on?
I mean, obviously the idol nullifier in Adam was like probably still like one of the funniest and best moves ever in our Survivor history.
How'd you know?
And I will say, I mean, just like you wanted it so much more than so many people there in the challenges, and you never gave up. And yeah, I mean, I do think it was a close. It should have been closer between you and Corey. I probably would have picked Corey to win, but you should get all the flowers you want in that season, and you made that season so funny because. I mean, I hate to say, Richie, I think just a lot of people didn't think you had it in. Me and Christian, I think always.
Oh, no one knew that. Yeah,
I
no
mean,
one thought
me and Christian always knew that, like, if like you had the perseverance and like ability to just like try as hard as you can. I just didn't think it would ever work out because I didn't think people would give you a chance. And someone finally gave you a chance, and you ran with it, and it was amazing to watch.
Yeah, literally loved it. And that's why I put you there too. I know that picture's from Legends because you look like a diva in it. But it's funny. You're like, and that's what you
I don't even remember what I was saying. I think I was still.
You were telling people to shut up. And this is what you did that whole season. You said, this is my show this time. All right, I played 2 times and I haven't been able to do shit. Well, this is my time. I mean, can we just. Richie, you come into my house and we're doing the announcements. And you jump off the top and we have to turn that into something because it was just funny as shit. Then, as I'm trying to talk to people, you trip down the hill. Like, the game hadn't even started. Richie, the game hadn't even started yet, and you're already cracking me up. Then you start getting pissed off at Michael. Then you started spying on people.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what the hell's going on? Then you started looking at Lyle, like, lying to Michael straight to his face. Then, out of nowhere, you just randomly decide, I'm going to play this idol nullifier that I got in the auction. The only person that somehow, for some reason, knew that there was going to be an advantage in the auction. So you got it. And somehow, you played it right against Adam. And Richie, I've seen Adam upset. I have never seen someone so mad about
I heard that was a huge reason he went after me in Legends, because I heard he was so angry at me for that. Like, when I shrugged, it wasn't because
Richie,
I didn't know.
Like, I can promise you it had absolutely nothing to do with this.
I've heard a lot of interesting stories about Legends, but that's a different story for a different time, so.
Legends is Legends. But anyways.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that was, like, crazy to me was Corey had his alliance and he'd be doing stuff and going on. Every time anyone tried to go, let's get Richie out, no one knew, including like Michael, had no idea that you knew everything going on too. And like I said, if I was on the jury for that, I probably in the moment, I 100% would have cast my vote for you, because Corey had a lot of friends and knew people going in, and Richie, literally getting one person to work with you was the most difficult thing. I don't know why. I don't understand. It's why I work with you. It's so easy. Like, and you actually do really good. But like Devin said, you got it, and you went. And I'm watching this season, my first season I'm hosting, going, like there's no way this guy is about to pull off the impossible. Like, you literally set the record in one of the challenges for a puzzle in like 13 seconds. I know you memorized it. You probably studied it.
I never did. Everyone says I did. I never memorized it. I don't know. Like, I didn't even know.
Richie, if you memorized it, that's a good thing. That means you studied the game.
No, I genuinely didn't, though. If I remembered it, I would be taking credit. I genuinely didn't. I got so lucky with those first couple pieces I put in. I genuinely did. It was luck. It was genuine luck.
All right.
And Corey was a villain.
Yeah.
And he deserves like an honorable mention because like I didn't put him in any of mine. Corey, you could have easily, like, literally, if it wasn't the impossible, Corey, you could have been it for season 8 too.
I know, I'm a basic bitch. I put myself. And yes, I did frame.
Why do you have that frame, dude?
Okay, no. So remember in Legends, for those of you who don't remember, in Legends we got some of our cast pictures hung up on a little wall behind the mantle in Legends. And the day we were leaving, the day after it was completed, Hunter was giving me a lift back home, and I took my picture, I put it in my bag, and I forgot about it for a while. And then I think it was last year in the fall, I got a picture frame, I put it up because it's like my only decent picture I have in here, and I'm like, you know what? I want a nice picture. So yeah, I picked myself though. I'm a basic bitch.
It's okay.
I mean,
You're actually like unanimous this time, so it's okay.
Like, I mean, it was such a fun season. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not that hard to work with. I don't feel like I'm hard to work with. Like, obviously, but it's like I love playing the game. You know, like
You're not hard to work with. You're just hard to keep information like in the circle, which is not a bad thing. It's your own game. You play, do your thing.
Like I feel like the I don't know if I ever think. First off, when I shrugged, that wasn't because I was surprised at how he found out it was me. Like I knew he found out because he came up behind me when I was trying to talk to Corey, Kenzie, and Cole. Of which, when I told them, it was only because I figured if I get in good with them, it could possibly help my game. Because I recognized from a mile away Corey was the leader, and I'm like, okay, if I get his trust and then knock him out, you know, it'll be all
little did anyone know that like you and Cole were like kind of low key conspiring against Corey though. It almost happened.
And then Cole was ready to fuck me over, so I got him out before he fucked me over. No, and then there's so much pre-merge idle chaos. Like when I found you, it was like when I shrugged. It was like Chris Daughtery, I don't know how to say his name, from Survivor Whitewater, when he got Eliza out, she just gives him that death glare. He's all like, that was me in that moment. I was like, fuck you, I don't care. Like, I knew it. The pre-merge idle chaos, one thing I want to say about that. The funny story about that not many people know about, I think I probably mentioned this briefly at the reunion, but Maggie was actually, you can thank Maggie for that moment, because Maggie was the one who originally saw it, but she didn't take it because she thought it was something holding the picture up. I grabbed the fucking thing. I'm like, bitch, I don't give a shit. If it breaks, I'll pay for it from my own wallet. And I grab it, nothing falls. I'm like, great, I don't have to pay for anything.
Thank you, Maggie. I remember Richie.
Thank you, Maggie. Yeah, no, I know everyone likes to shit on Maggie, but I would like to see her come back and like actually, you know, at least like hopefully be a bit more. I mean, obviously.
Oh my gosh, Richie, when you found the idol.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I know. I just completely forgot that you screamed in the house. I was downstairs. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I walk upstairs. Corey goes,
I literally was so excited.
Corey couldn't stop laughing. He goes, Richie got so excited. He screamed that he found the idol. I just started dying laughing.
My dumb ass realized like halfway through that this was stupid, but at that point I'm like, okay, I need to like finish it, because if I just stop suddenly, it's gonna be like whatever.
You definitely, I agree with that. You had to own it, so good job.
Well, and then the final six round too, just with all the chaos I sewed up, and there was literally like me and Corey just like going at each other. There was like one moment where me and Corey were just like talking to each other. It was like something from like a freaking Marvel movie. We're just looking at each other. I'm like. And Cora's like getting in my face, like, ooh, like, oh my gosh, that was such a funny round. And then like,
also, no, the best round for that season, and I think we'll finish it with this, dude, is when you were versus Dolphin Sam, and like there's just absolutely nothing going to stop you from winning that challenge. Like he kept looking at you, he's like, this motherfucker, like I literally like I can't beat him. Like he literally looked in the face of defeat, said, I'm giving everything I can, and I cannot win this round. So like, kudos to you. That's why you unanimously the most entertaining this season.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to season 8. So Christian's pick, kick it off, sir.
Yeah, so had to be Sexy Vinny. I mean, what's there not to like about this guy? Big Italian fucker comes in. Last season beforehand, he had gotten out from like just a crazy tribal, like literally kind of got fucked over. Like it's
by Michael, right?
Yeah, literally like him and Michael both like last second went crazy. Was a wild like tribal to say the least, and he comes back and he plays one of the most flawless social games I've ever seen. I mean, the dude literally was not even, he didn't give a shit about challenges. Like he enjoyed the challenges and he was drinking heavily during it. But I mean, he's just saying these funny ass quotes the whole time. He's just chirping everybody. He has Emily as an alliance where he's just like every 2 seconds, like just like reporting to her, and like it was just kind of funny to see that dynamic. But like it was when I went out where he like kind of like shit his pants for a second, and then turned around and aligned with Nathan and took him away from Cody, because Cody was like utilizing Nathan, and that was what literally defeated the Jersey Alliance at first, and then he was literally that. That was literally Cody pulling in Nathan and that side of things to be able to vote us out, and then Vin took him away, literally by being a goofball with him. That's literally what happened. Those two were goofballs. Nathan was being a villain, and Vin just didn't give a crap. And he went to the end, and he's just like, I think I should win because, like, I'm just a pretty cool guy. It's just like, all right, Vin, good start. You know, it was just funny. So I love him. He's definitely like one of my best friends playing with him. That very beginning rounds and stuff, and just drinking and it being like, that was the first overnight season, was it not?
Yep.
Yeah.
Second.
The fact he always says his favorite part of the whole season was the fact that he just randomly had bought a blue and red shirt.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Not thinking about it at all, and wore him perfectly for the tribes he was on. Like, it was just so random.
I've actually genuinely been curious about that for like 2 years with that.
Yeah,
so
no, he did it completely at random, like no association at all. But it was just like that kind of crap, and the amount of like little things he would say about other people was just so funny. Like, I actually could not handle some of the conversations I had with him. Like, I'd have to walk away and start like crying, laughing because he's just talking shit. He's just making fun of people. Like, so I love that dude.
Yeah, Richie can go with his now.
Oh, I forgot I was second. I thought I was third on this list.
Same, but it's all right.
Yeah, so I picked Lita Joe. Like, she was super fun on this season. You know, like, I literally remember we had a confessional. I forgot which episode it was. It was sometime after the swap where you literally put down like a confessional she did, and you put down under it Richie's fan favorite, and I'm just like, she ended up winning.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's like a great personality. She's someone you trust easily, you want to work with. I really like the fact that she was the back and forth between the New Jersey Alliance, Whitewater Alliance, just back and forth. She was able to kind of pull that off, and how, again, PTSD, Christian, how she got you blindsided when you guys. I heard like some people were expecting her to work with you guys in the New Jersey Alliance, and then
we expected her to work with us, but it wasn't a blindside.
I thought that was Brie, John.
It was Brie Nevers that was the one that literally lied to my face, and the only reason I believed her was because if she didn't work with us, she was going to be the next person out, and I literally told her that, and she was the next person out.
And then John followed her.
Yeah, like literally those two people, all they had to do was literally not be an idiot, and they made a bad move, and that's okay. Like, at the end of the day, the Jersey Alliance was so strong, it made it to the end of the game, so. You're never going to have all your alliance members making it through. The fact we all made the merge at the beginning of the game is like even in itself an accomplishment.
Oh yeah, and then like Lita Joe as well with the Black Widow brigade of her, Leah, and Emily, which is so fun to watch as well. Where they're like talking, making like cracks about the final five. I think it was like Corey that got the ball rolling, where he made some like comment about it. Like, I mean, like, it's sad that, you know, Lita has never come back to play. Like, I'd love that. See Leah back on, see her dominate once again.
The beer darts game was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
The beer darts game she won was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Like, she was fun to watch on there. Like, she was someone I really wanted to play with in Legends. And when I found out she and JP weren't playing and that they dropped out, I think it was like a week or two before, I was so sad because I was like, damn it. Like, the fan favorite alliance was broken in that moment. So I was sad.
Yeah, I thought about Lita too, but I'll have to agree with Christian with Vin. Winner. I mean, I think too, like, again, this is only the second time I really met him and stuff. I love the guy, and he was hilarious. Matched his tribe color. Like, how the hell did he predict that?
that was funny as shit.
And I mean, Christian was always hyping this dude up to me. Fucking probably gave him undercredited how fucking great of a guy it was until I met him. And yeah, I was happy he finally got his time to shine because, like Christian said, he got out kind of early in season 7. So did Emily.
Keep him in. Say that.
Yeah, that was Michael, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he won the game. He was entertaining. His presence alone, like when he walks in a room, you want to just smile and like fucking give him a hug. And I loved when Christian got out. I think that, like, yeah, it sucked seeing Christian go out, but that was like my favorite part of the game, seeing Vin, Corey, Emily, like this alliance kind of continue to like just be an underdog. Vin really took advantage of Corey having those idols, and they played him perfectly to get people out. And Vin, you know, he convinced people that Final Four. I'm pretty sure Leah won that Final Four puzzle, and they could have easily just voted Vin out, the 3 girls there, and they didn't. And you got to give him credit there. That's partially why he won. And again,
literally, he should have went out there. Like,
yeah,
it should have been.
Yeah, and Yeah, Vin's one of the best players. Yes, I ranked Emily ahead of him just because I think Emily is just a bit better socially, but it's like
Legends too.
yeah, legends too. It's just like they're right here. Maybe like any, but yeah, I'd love to see. I know Vin would do anything to play again, probably. Like I know Christian said to me, he literally flew in for legends. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, literally, this guy. All I gotta say is Devin. I go back and forth between him and Emily all the time.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say about between the two of them, you put Emily in the room with the best of the best, she will still do great. Vin will do good too. Don't get me wrong. I think she might do slightly better, but I do think it doesn't matter who you put Vin in a group with. Like, he is going to be one of the most liked dudes no matter what. And like, I have seen him in so many different settings, and it doesn't matter. And that goes a really long way. And that was the literal thing that put him slightly ahead, is because there's not a person in this world where if he wanted to make an alliance with him, he probably couldn't. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, he won the game. He was fun to watch. I did think about Lita. I did think about Corey because Corey was just hilarious in the idol plays and stuff.
You want to talk about Johnny Fairplay in a season?
Yep.
Holy shit!
I feel like this season was really a really good one, and I feel like we don't even talk about that much, but it's like one of the best ones too.
Easily, I mean, like you said, the winner actually got to shine. Like we've been kind of going through it. We had a lot of like the winners being the second or third best player for a while. I felt like finally, like Corey winning 7, I was satisfied. But like it could have easily been Richie too, just because they were both played so good that season. It wasn't a full fruition yet.
Yeah.
Dylan winning Winter War, it was like I felt like he was like literally the second best player on that season. I think Adam still was the best, but like then I really did feel like he was the best player on that season. And like it was really cool to finally see that and see that kind of come to fruition, because he really did do really good. I mean, he made the Legends too. Like he's a really good player.
Yeah. All right, well, that's closed off for Season 8, Blood vs. Water, Redemption Island. I forgot about that twist. In a second, we'll dive into the last couple seasons of Whitewater, and then we'll get into Wisconsin. All right, guys, so let's dive into Season 9, Last Chance. Richie can kick it off.
All right, so my pick was Tom. Tom gave me major, like, Jonathan Penner vibes within the season, and Jonathan Penner's another fun player from, the main Survivor CBS, where he'll just make snarky comments and challenges, which is a big thing Tom did this season, and I thought it was really fun with that whole thing. Like even in challenges where like he would have like Quadzilla as his nickname, or confessionals where he'd have like Big Tom or Little Tom, I forgot what he called it, the big head-like thing above him. Like I remember this one confessional, he was all like, "I gotta protect him. He's my number one," and I just laughed at that. I feel like we also got to see a more like villainous, like aggressive side of Tom. Like a big example of this, the second round. Jack Maher accidentally screws up the challenge. Tom is pissed, and he just like starts like villainizing him. He starts like shitting on him, like he's pissed, and I'm just like, dude, like, fucking damn, like, goddamn, like, just holy shit, like,
chance to win.
Yeah, Tom finally put it all together that season.
Like, I would love to see Tom back as well. Like, Tom's another person I would like if I was hosting a season. I'd love to see him back on.
Yeah,
like Tom's someone.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I was just gonna say like that, and alongside like the Dolphin Sam blindside were like a big iconic moment where no one really knew what was going on with that, and Tom was just like, you know what, fuck this. This is who I want, and this
was that the one he got out with like one vote or whatever. Cause
yeah, that's where Dolphin Sam got out with one vote because Lita and Idol Sam both played idols, and then Dolphin Sam just gets out of nowhere, just gets voted out, and then like. I remember watching Tom kind of in the background, kind of like chilling out, like as Dolphin Sam's getting voted out, and I'm just like, dude, like,
yeah, Tom was
like, in that moment though.
Season probably, like him and Colin were like 1A, 1. We were like, I didn't choose Tim or Colin, but like they're probably 2A, 2B for me.
Yeah,
like
I thought about them.
Really
JP was another one that was close to being on this list. Like, I really wanted to pick JP for this one, but like,
JP is funny when he's in those. He's funny. Forgot he's on fucking Blood vs. Water too.
I know, first one out.
Sorry about
it. All right, so now my pick for Last Chance. I did put Idol Sam. Was hilarious. It was him against the world. Finally a villain, like full on. Played idols perfectly. Was a challenge threat. He made enemies with Lita. I remember them going at it back and forth. Sam was just kept saying the truth that Colin, JP, Tom, and Lita were gonna make it to the end. Lita ended up getting out earlier. But it was true, and the reason Last Chance wasn't super fun to watch is because a guy like Kim got taken out earlier. He got eighth, but he could have made it further, and it just was like a predictable. Like, I mean, there are a lot of B players playing in that, and then there's a lot of like C the D players that just shouldn't even like had a chance. So yeah, I'm not gonna go too into it, but Idol Sam was great that season. I loved it. He was hilarious. Villain. The Idol players were awesome. I mean, if you do ever watch Last Chance, viewers, I mean, watch it for him because it was pretty freaking hilarious. I did consider JP, Tom, and Colin, and Lita,
And Jake.
and Jake, but Jake just that was his probably worst showing, and he knows it, and he improved, and we'll get to that. So we'll end it with Christian's pick for Last Chance.
Yeah, I also picked him. I mean, literally, like, even when he got voted out, he's just crapping on people. I mean, he's like in the jury, like when people are doing stuff, he's just shouting stuff out, like, "What is wrong with you?" Like, and then I will shout out Jake. He had the best quote of the season. Like, literally goes to vote, and he's like, "Michael, what the hell's wrong with you?" Like, he just
we did play the Idol.
How Michael literally had the dumbest move of Survivor history. Then he goes, "Actually, let's go back to this vote." So, Jake, good job. That was the best part of the season.
True.
But you get to Sam being a villain, and like you could just see Jake and Sam bouncing off of each other, like just getting super pissed that no one else in the game was like. I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, like I just felt like Jake and Sam were just almost too advanced for the season. Like they were almost like too good for the game, but the people that they were playing with were good enough to recognize that they were good, and basically just got bound together and got scared.
Yeah,
and that was like a big blueprint for like my game for the last season I just played, and then Legends not wanting exactly that to happen because people are definitely good enough to realize like, hey, these two guys are probably gonna get us, you know.
Yeah.
So he was entertaining as heck. I mean, like literally, he made it like Corey was literally like probably hands down like most villainous in season 8, and then Sam comes out and does this shit in season 9, and I'm like, oh my god, what is going on?
It was the same thing. I will say too, like, yeah, basically Tom, JP, and Colin made like an alliance from the beginning. Like, let's just stick together. Let's just make the end, because they wanted to like split the money basically, and they saw that. I mean, Sam and Jake were really the only competition they had that could have broken it up. So that's basically why.
Wait, so did they actually split the money then?
I don't remember what happened.
I doubt it. I bet you Colin just bought him drinks.
Yeah, do what they do in CBS. Don't allow them to split it.
I didn't really care. I mean, it was just kind of done with. It was kind of filler season. And then all those people like that proved that they're, better than I thought, didn't show up for Legends. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, Jack DeMette honestly played the best that season
ever
had.
Yeah, Jack DeMette made it really far too.
That's the only, like, Last Chance matters because Jack DeMette earned his way to Legends.
Yeah, he did.
And he had a big impact on Legends.
Yep. Let's dive into the granddaddy of them all, Legends. I'll kick it off. Yes, I considered Christian obviously too. Like I said, I considered Christian every single time he played, but I want to give some props to some other people because I mean I'd pick Christian every time he played. I mean, come on, it's great TV. I get my popcorn all the way full. It's overflowing. I'm so excited to watch it. But anyways, another F-bomb of the night. Are you fucking kidding me? It's about 7:00. It's prime time. I mean, the first quote. I mean, Maggie and Jack. They gotta be fucking. Come on. I mean, like shit like that. I mean, that alone. The interviews were fucking hilarious. The quotes, and then, just being blunt to people, just like calling Jack DeMette a pussy up to his face. Didn't care. Oh, what are you gonna vote me off next time I play? Well, this is the last time. At the time that was the last one we were gonna do.
Do you follow Jack DeMette? I do.
Yeah. I mean. I think someone else probably has him too, so I'm not going to say too much, but hilarious. I mean, the idol saved to save you, Christian, even though you had your own idol. I mean, it was so fun to watch. If you watch Legends, episode 11 by Felicia, best episode in our entire history, please watch it. It's great shit. And let's not forget, I'll say it so Christian doesn't have to say it. Just say, I mean, Jake and Christian had idols, and some person, you'll never admit it, I'm not going to call it out again, but I will. Never admitted that you told people left in the game that they had idols, and they still somehow got around it and made crap happen, and that's why they're some of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, I'll just say Ben and I actually talked about that last time I saw him a few weeks ago, and he literally sat me down. He's like, Christian, I need to know the truth. Like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, Because everyone already knew. Like, I had to lie. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I had to lie.
I still remember hearing about that whole thing when that situation happened where everyone found out those things somehow. And I remember, like, just seeing her, and I was like, holy, like, even though I was kind of, like, a little drunk still, like, I was like, holy shit, he's pissed. Like,
that was
something
probably the
happened.
most mad you
like,
saw me, hey, Richie?
I mean, dude,
no, that was the most mad. I've seen you mad at, like, 3 times, like, mad or mad at me, like, only 3 times in my entire life. That was the biggest one. Like, I thought you were about to crack on.
Dude, he did. I mean, he did.
Like,
he did
you were
crack
about to
at him.
you were about to like pull a me or something, just go all out, and like I'm like, dude, he's about to blow. Like,
that does go to Jake. Jake playing the idol because I was able to go to Vin and be like, dude, like, do you think last round I would have like not played it for myself if I had one?
Yeah.
You know, like that literally, like, that's the reason. So
I mean, I know the conversation with that because I don't want to dive too much into that because I don't want to ruin our best season still, even though it did a little bit. Was the only
really impact it.
Yeah, it could have, but the only confirmation y'all need as viewers if you watch it was literally Maggie going up to Vin and Emily, telling them that Christian and Jake have idols, and Vin and Emily saying, "Who'd you hear that from?" And she says, "Kyle. I love you, Kyle." Kyle had zero knowledge that they had idols.
How the hell would he have known? Mine was literally
that's how you know,
under my ball sack, and Jake's was in his shoe.
That's how you know that there's a little outside play going on. So let's continue this great season though with Christians as well.
Yeah, I mean, primetime player. This scene is one of my favorites of all time because me and Jake, at this point in the game, like, Jake had voted for me, came after me, but everyone's just coming after us because we're just better than them. And we just hook arms and we're just going like, this is for the OGs. Like, we're running it back one more time aligned. Like, I had to get him out in season 2. And, like, just being able to hook arms with him, listen to the BS he was saying. I mean, I could not believe some of the things that Jake was, like, actually saying on live camera. My favorite scene we didn't even talk about, when Jake pulls out the idol, Emily's like, "Oh my gosh, where'd you find it?" And Jake goes, "Oh, really? Were you looking for it? Did you actually know?" She's like, "I knew you had it." He's like, "Did you actually know I had it? Because guess what? You were asking me where it was the whole time. Well, guess what? It was in my shoe." And I remember, like, sitting there trying to be like stone cold, and him saying that, I just lost it. And then, like, as soon as Emily gets like the votes to go out, he's like, "Stop playing with me! Stop playing with me!" And I just remember that moment going like, "Well, Jake just lost the jury vote." Like,
yeah.
Okay, like, I loved seeing Jake play this season. Like, though, like, I mean, he was like a snarky bitch. I loved watching that. That is my only thing I do want to touch on, is that he burned like everyone on the jury on their way out. Like, being the first one in the jury, I heard like everything. Like, I had some time to chill out. Like, by the time M got voted out, like, I was actually thinking like, okay, like, if Jake wins, I won't be too mad. Like, if he's a good option, I'll vote Jake. M was so bitter about some comments he was making on her way out that, like, he burned his chance to win at that point. And I was like,
I
don't think he burned his chance to win.
Emily was
was not getting her vote.
Yeah, Emily was the only one that wouldn't vote for him no matter what, because that was the only person he really went off on badly.
She really got mad at, like, then again, she did, like, she got mad at me, but, like, I was actually able to explain it. Jake would not have been able to explain, like, why he was saying, like, stop playing. Like, she would have definitely not voted for him. And, like, him, even, like, the quote, like, about him, like, Maggie and Emily, they're like, "You guys are lying to me straight to my face." Like, he said that like 20 times that episode. Like, he was so mad about it. Like, he was actually genuinely hurt. And he's like, "I told him to fuck off right to their face, Christian." I was like, "What?" Like, no, you didn't. What? And then he's like talking to Kyle. He's like, "So they told you that they were trying to vote for Christian?" And he's like he's just pressing him. I'm just sitting back like, "Thanks, Jake."
I remember that round Adam went out in the interview. He's like, "I'll go to Rocks. Do you guys have balls? I do."
He's like, "Who do you fucking think?" He's like, he goes, "Jack DeMette came up to me. He whispers in my ears and he goes, 'I think you're gonna like who I voted for.'" Who the fuck do you think I am, Jack DeMette? Like, the fact that I can sit here and quote this guy for hours. I mean, yes, this is my season. This is my redemption arc. This is my dream coming true. But for fuck's sake, this guy, when I talk about entertainment value, like, he is 1A. Like, I am 1B to that. Like, that is just, I don't think you can replicate it if you try. I don't even know if he could replicate it if he tried. Like, there was just something in the air for Jake that day, and he smelled blood, and he started drinking it. Like,
All right, let's continue with Richie's pick here in Legends.
Well, it's actually good that you touched on your redemption arc. That's basically the reason I picked you. I mean, if any season I was gonna pick you, it was gonna for sure be this one. Like, I mean, just with the whole redemption story, the final tribal performance, the Godfather, just all that. It's all cut and dry. Like, you were literally one of the best players that season. I still remember watching on the jury. We were all on the jury. We're like, there's no way Christian's gonna make it to the end. Kind of like with me and Fans versus Favorites. We're like, is he actually gonna do it? Is he actually gonna do it? And then just we were so shocked. And then like we were like, when we found out like you took Jack DeMet to the end, we were still so confused about that. We're like, bitch, why the hell did you take Jack DeMet with you? Because it was between you and him for the longest time. And then when you got there to the end, it didn't really matter. You were winning regardless. So just everything with that, it was just a great redemption story for you overall. Just to finally get like, not like the swan song, but like to finally just get like, hey, like this is my redemption arc. I'm gonna win. This is how. So
appreciate that. I mean, I'll tell you, the reason I brought Jack DeMet was to demean his game and to demean Vin's game at the same time. Because it didn't matter if Vin had the control, it didn't matter if Jack had the control. What I said went. And that was the point I was trying to make by bringing them. I wasn't going to just bring Kyle or Maggie.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say too.
Won unanimously though against those two. I'll tell you that much. I think he would have won unanimously or like 8-1 against like Kyle and Maggie though. I will say
pretty much. I won like 7-1, so I'll take it.
Yeah, 7-1-1. Yeah, no, that's still good. No, I was just saying in general. Like I was still watching from the jury. I'm like, come on, like Christian. Every time I'm like Christian, make it through.
That's the best Whitewater record one. But then Wisconsin came around and there was some unanimous basically. So
yeah, I mean, I consider Christian for sure, like you said, 1B for this entertainment value. I mean, Christian knows. I mean, before the season started, I was like, I just don't know if Christian will be able to pull this off. I really, and I discredit him way too much. The reason I say that is just because I just know, like, I mean, we see it in Evolution, and he did a great job again. It's just like the target he has in his ass without even doing anything to start. It's just fucking insane. How he overcame it. Given like it helped, there's so many great legends, but Christian picked his ass up, didn't fucking give up when he was like on the bottom multiple times throughout the game, not once, like 2 or 3 times. Had to overcome someone trying to mess with the game and creating like alter like stuff outside of the game to affect it. And he overcame that. And I saw him doing it, and I just thought, I was like, yep, if he doesn't win this Final 5 challenge, he's out. And I'll just still never forget, and that's why I ranked Emily above Vin, and Vin can be pissed at me all he want. It was the dumbest thing ever. Vin, you could have took your boy out right there, and Vin honestly might have won the game. So, I mean, Christian was fucking great from the start. You deserved it.
There's a reason. He told me about last week.
What?
He officially admitted. I knew it was true too. I pulled Kyle to the side, and I told him this is our whole friendship, and I pinned our friendship on it. And then when Ben went to go talk to Kyle, Kyle told him I'm voting for Christian. I'm voting with Christian. I'm not voting him out. Like, I can't do it here. Like, I like made him feel so guilty that he told Ben, he's like, dude, we can't betray him. Like, the jury's gonna like think we're assholes and not vote for us. And then Ben believed Kyle. So wow. Kyle's the reason I won Legends. It's just awesome.
Happy early birthday, Kyle. Thank you.
Yep.
I was like, seriously, Kyle? I'm like, thank you for convincing me. I didn't know that was the most important conversation I had the whole season.
I mean, Legends talk for hours. I mean, it was a great season. It really captured Whitewater,